अव्यक्तोऽयमचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
It is said that this is unmanifest, inconceivable, changeless. Knowing this, therefore, it is not proper for you to mourn. So now, let's take a look at what he is saying. Avyakta, unmanifest, achintya, inconceivable, avikarya, changeless. Avyakta means incapable of manifestation. See, vasanas are also unmanifest, but they manifest immediately when the environment is conducive. For instance, you may have a vasana for cricket, but right now that vasana for cricket is not manifesting. When will it manifest? When the first World Cup match begins. So what will you do? You're glued to the TV. So vasana is unmanifest but capable of manifestation. Atman, incapable of manifestation. So all you have to do is burn your vasanas. You know, when Sudama went to Krishna, Sudama was sent on a mission to ask by his wife. Because she said, you, Krishna is a great friend of yours and he's a king. Why don't you go and ask him for some help? So Sudama agreed. But his personality was full of the attitude of giving. So as he was going out on a mission to ask, he comes back from the door and says, but I'm meeting Krishna after so many years. How can I go empty-handed? So his wife borrows a handful of beaten rice, poha, from the neighbors, cooks it and gives it to him. And they were just 3 handfuls. Now, roasted rice, beaten roasted rice, is a germ, a seed that is incapable of sprouting. So that's your vasana. Once you burn up your vasanas with the fire of knowledge, it is there, the vasana is there, but it's incapable of multiplying. And these roasted seeds he takes and offers them to Krishna. The philosophical meaning is, there are 3 handfuls. First 2 handfuls Krishna eats with great relish, Rajas and Tamas. The 3rd handful is Sattva. And that 3rd handful he is about to eat when his consort Rukmini says, how can you eat up everything? Give it to me. Meaning, if all 3 gunas are gone, the world is gone. You reach the state of realization. Sattva remained. Achintya, it is the very principle that enables you to know it is inconceivable. It's like with the torchlight, you can see everything except the brand of the battery that is empowering the torch. The moment you take out the battery, the light is gone. So you can't see it. So Atman is inconceivable. Avikarya, changeless. As we saw earlier, it's the changeless entity which provides the backdrop against which you perceive the changes. So, with this verse, he's finished the highest philosophy. And in 11, he said, the wise don't grieve either for the living or for the dead, Arjuna. After giving an immaculate, beautiful line of reasoning, here he is concluding, Tasmat, therefore, evam viditvainam, knowing this, nanushochati marhasi, you should not grieve. Now, repeatedly he's saying you should not grieve. You know why? Not because we don't understand, because we have got acclimatized to sorrow. So when someone tells you, like when Krishna tells us, don't grieve, you'll say, oh, what am I grieving? I'm enjoying myself. But you don't understand. Of course you're enjoying. But your enjoyment of life, your happiness is unnecessarily intercepted by spasms of sorrow. It's like a person in the slums. I don't know whether you've experienced this. When you drive past a whole row of slums, and sometimes there's a traffic jam and you're stuck there, look at the people living in the slum. They're in fact happier than you and me. So they're cooking there, all their life's activities are going on. They have TV, they have electricity, they have everything. They seem to be enjoying life. But they don't understand the filth and the mess that they are in. Because they've got acclimatized to the slums. So even when you give them a better accommodation, what do? They come back right there. So you remove slums, again and again they come up. Because they're quite happy there. It's the same thing that happens with us. We've got acclimatized to sorrow, so we don't know what it is to be free from sorrow. And that's why again and again he says. Next verse.